These sharks aren't like normal sharks. These sharks are filled with hate.
Get out of the water! It's not safe!
Welcome to the Movies, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos back with you once again with Brother Chaos.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be here.
And this is part 2 of our Shark Week trilogy super special here on Master Chaos Theater, where we're going to be looking at 3 very unique shark movies.
Yeah, low budget shark films.
Low, no budget shark movies. We got this 3-pack here, which is the bane of any collector's existence. And today, we're talking about one that was influenced by one of our favorite movies, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Of course, I'm talking about the classic, beautiful, perfect film, Raiders of the Lost Shark.
Which has nothing to do with the Indiana Jones film. Nothing at all. They just thought the name sounded cool. And they knew a sucker would pick up the movie, like me, and buy it. So...
Sucker is right. I warned him that these 3 were awful films, but he doesn't listen, and, well, here we are with some warnings. I would call this a warning, not so much a review, but just a warning. I think you can guess that Raiders of the Lost Shark is not a good movie. No. It's also not really an Indiana Jones ripoff, so why would they call it that?
To trick people. It's like Vinegar Syndrome has the slipcovers, and these movies trick you with the name of a film and a cool poster.
Yeah. It does have a cool poster, but one thing I preach here is don't trust the poster. Never judge a movie by its exclusive limited edition embossed slipcover, or in this case, it's overproduced poster. Raiders of the Lost Shark takes place, like most shark movies, largely in the woods. You know, it's basically people... I don't even know where it was filmed at, because I didn't notice it in the credits, but...
The woods and the local lake.
But like Ohio? Where do you think this was filmed?
Probably Ohio sounds about right.
Yeah, one of those kind of landlocked places that doesn't have a beach, and so relies on a lake. And, you know, the friend of the low-budget filmmaker is the forest. So this movie is basically a forest-set film where a abandoned lake is... I guess, the home of a flying shark.
Yes.
Remember the scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark when the flying shark came out?
Of course. Who doesn't?
So this is sort of a takeoff on that. Here we have a flying shark in the forest. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
In the synopsis, it says a weaponized shark. I don't remember the shark. When you think weaponized shark, you think something like it has a gun attached to its back or something.
Is this oh, you know what? This is the one. This is the one that had the nerdy scientist guy. We haven't gotten there yet. Remember, there was like a nerdy scientist guy who's doing experiments on the shark? And I think the weaponization is
what?
The fact that it flies.
Oh, when you say weaponized shark, I'm thinking something that has like a turret, a gun turret or something. Wouldn't that be cool, though?
But it would still look like shit.
Yeah.
It would still look like super ass.
And I believe this is the one that has the on loop shark kill, where the shark goes up and down.
Yeah.
That's how he kills each character. Up, jumps out of the water, opens his mouth, bam.
Yeah.
Done.
It's got this one's got more animation than the other one, though.
Yes, it does. It does have more than Shark Exorcist. Yeah. It's it's a step up, but
slightly.
Yeah, slightly.
Here's the thing. It's a warning. This is a piece of shit movie, and to try to break down nonsense is very difficult. So we're not gonna waste much of your time here.
Right.
Essentially, a bunch of people go in the woods to try to fight a flying shark, and it's the worst possible special effects you could ever goddamn imagine.
Oh Lord, the flying shark was horrible. I mean,
it's a toy.
The shark looks big, and you barely see the sky. You just kind of like see the shark go across
the screen.
Across the screen. Yeah, it's really, really bad.
I mean, there's a whole thing with like a mad scientist, and some double crosses and things like that. And then the end, they throw dynamite at the shark and it blows up in the sky. It's so stupid. Stupid. But one thing I do want to bring up.
Sure.
This is the only movie. This is something we talked about when we
Yeah.
saw Shark Exorcist. There's a lot of pretty ladies in this movie, in these movies, all these movies. A lot of beautiful ladies, a lot of buxom ladies. This is like some PG level bullshit in these movies. Shark Exorcist, no nudity.
No.
But you got like 8 girls in bikinis.
Very pretty girls. I would say that of these 3 movies, Shark Exorcist had the prettiest women.
I agree. Raiders, however, a couple, tons of girls in bikinis, a pretty cast, but it inserted a nude scene.
Yeah. So that's something to everyone can enjoy.
It's completely throwaway characters who go to the lake to take a photo shoot, and then she takes her boobs out, and then a shark eats her. But it's there.
Like you say, her boobies.
Yeah.
Weren't huge, but they were more on the small side. But
sure.
Something is something. She had a cute figure.
It's the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts, and that's why it's going to affect my rating. But all these movies are very PG, which I thought was very. They're not even very gore heavy. Like the shark attacks, and it's just like maybe a splash of blood. It's so fake.
Like, let's say it didn't have nudity.
Yeah.
And let's say Severin put this out, right?
Severin. Okay.
Severin, yeah. Would you say that this could go under the Severin Kids line?
Absolutely. Peanut Butter Solution is more hardcore.
Yeah,
film.
Peanut Butter Solution. Yeah.
It's more hardcore than that.
Yeah, this is very, very tame. It's just
Tame.
like matter of fact. The story goes like this: 1, 2, 3. It's like almost like a kid's tale, like the 3 bears, Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Yeah.
Very, very kiddie, very kiddie.
Very, very kiddie, very stupid. But I will say, Raiders does have Raiders and Sharkenstein do have the most consistent actual plot, where there's character development and progression. Shark Exorcist is just a mess of scenes that don't connect at all. Awful. So Raiders, I hated it, but I didn't hate it as much. So let's go to the rating. You go first.
Okay, I gave it 0 stars.
Wow.
Because I thought it was
You didn't
really
like
bad.
any of it.
I like the topless scene, but I give it 0 stars because when this happens, when you're watching a movie and you're trying to like it, you're trying to pay attention, but your mind drifts, and it drifts for like a while, and you're trying to get it back. So you're like watching the movie, and your mind is over here, and you're like trying to pull it back. I'm like, pay attention to the movie. You're gonna review this with Master Chaos. Pay attention. You pull it back, but then your mind still wants to go away. That happened in this film a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm forced to give it 0 stars.
Okay, fair enough. I'm going to give it... I almost gave it 0. I'm going to give it 1 star because I appreciated the nudity. Not that it was like, oh my god, I've never seen boobies before. But still, the effort was there. I do appreciate that on an effort level. It makes it more watchable. Also, the fact that there's an actual story. Like, there was actual story thought put into this, and connections, and there's a character. The acting is terrible, and it ruins any kind of dramatic tension. But still, there's a real story here, and there's a development, and there's twists and turns. I like that. I can appreciate that. So, I'm gonna retract my clause a little bit. I'm gonna give it 1 star, which is kind of the reverse of what we did for Shark Exorcist.
Yeah, in Shark Exorcist, I gave Shark Exorcist 1 star because it had the nerdy girl, the retarded girl, and the actresses were very pretty and very cute, and the acting wasn't as painful as it was in this one. I think
it's about the same for me. Acting wise, it's all at that real regional amateur level.
I would say maybe the attractiveness of the girls kept me into the movie more than this one.
Got it. Brother Cass is a pervert. That's okay. That's allowed here. Let's call it a day. Time to close the theater down. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on the show again.
He'll be back one more time for Shark Week Part 3, the end of our epic Mastercast Theater trilogy review to celebrate the worldwide love fest that is Shark Week. Okay, my friend, I'm going to bid you adieu. Close the theater here. I'm going to pull the curtain across the silver screen. Bid you adieu. Wish you the best. Do you have any final messages for everybody?
Watch out for flying sharks.
So that works. As for now, the theater is closed.
Bye.